today, whatever time zone you are in. So, Ashanti and Nelly made an appearance today to promote their upcoming doc series. And again, we're going to countdown mode. We're definitely looking forward to it. But it's always going to be them haters that pop up. Let me tell y'all something that, I've always known this, but it's becoming more and more evident. Do you? Those who are tuning in, do you live your life the best ability that you can? It's a lot of situations out here. It's a lot of people that's really upset. And it's really strange to me that this stuff actually becomes personal. I don't know none of y'all like that. Y'all don't know me like that. But I understand when you put yourself out there, you get on these public platforms or what have you, you become a part of these apps, people's going to have an opinion. But I mean, people's gonna have an opinion by the time you walk in that door to go to your job, by the time you walk in your house, if you dealing with a spouse, not dealing with a spouse, shoot, even your parents is gonna have an opinion. Like, who is this child that I raised? Your kids is gonna have an opinion sometimes. Sometimes you agree with it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you don't. Even the church you go to, sometimes the people want to size you up. But I was just left a comment on the last video I did. Like I said, this stuff becomes like really personal for some strange reason. It's just a form of entertainment, but at the same time, I don't take none of this seriously, but I have an opinion, just like you all have an opinion when y'all leave in a comment. Um, Tarasha, look, what ain't going on when Ashanti and Nelly is mentioned? It's quite personal. I mean, somebody telling me, what did they tell me? I don't know. Something. I don't even pay attention to these comments to that extent. But it was something about worry about or be concerned about what I don't know what they was talking about, but it's positive. Love is actually positive. I don't know if people know that. Kelly, hi. I don't know if people know that or not, but it's a lot of disruptive personalities. Nelly's song gonna rough some hating, and that's what I'm trying to figure. Okay, let me get focused. That's one thing, Tarasha, I'm trying to figure out because I'm like the only women that seem to be coming on here that's got some deep rooted feelings that they haven't quite recovered from. Because anytime people have to make a comment about how they're happy, they're entrepreneur. Hey, Angie, I am so glad to see you. Where have you been? That's what you need to let me know. Where have you been? I ain't seen you in these comments. I ain't seen you popping up. Like when I love seeing you say, hey, to me, I love that. Like, cause you one of the beginners, like from when I had that, well, I still got the other channel, but I love seeing you pop up. Good to see you, Miss Angie. But y'all, it seems to be the women that pop up on here, they got some past stuff that they really need to recover from. I don't take away from people's emotions when it's personal like that. This stuff is deeply rooted. So when I get a chance to peek in on Ashanti, and I have not been notified. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. I don't know. It's like I'm just popping up, but I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm so glad to see you now. Glad to see you here, Miss Angie. Um, I'm glad to see. I love seeing black love, y'all. I really do. I don't know what it is, but it seems like instead of being a state of tearing each other down, of like we go on these YouTube channels, we see what's going on. Black men talking about if black women would take time out to listen, how we gonna lead if y'all don't want to, if we don't want to listen and all this stuff. It's just a tactic. So when we get a chance to see something positive, somebody loving on their wife, somebody loving on their spouse, their other half, being a family man, and it's still something not right that doesn't settle well in people's hearts. Nelly is not with the first kid's mama or what have you. We know that. We're not gonna make a big deal issue out of that. But the fact is, that there's still a family unit, there is still structure. Life goes on. He's with the love of his life currently. It didn't work out with the other one that he had a child by. That's okay. When he was dating whoever he was dating in the past, whatever that was, life still goes on. But when you find that one, you take your vows or what have you, whatever works. Everybody's different. I'm not taking away if you're taking your vows, you ain't took your vows. Everybody's different how they operate. And when people have these awakening moments on what they want to do differently. But people still not happy. It's really true. Live your life how you need to, abundantly. But it's something about like when people, because I had comments on here, people talking about what you want that other chick to do, the other chick, SJ or whatever. They was like, you think she should be humble or she ain't humble enough? What's the opposite of that? Figure out your own vocabulary to figure out what something means, people. For real. Those who supporting that, support it. I don't support that. That stuff is not, it's demonic, it's evil. I don't like it. I don't get along with women like that. I thank God for the spirit of discernment. I'm just not with that. It's some men out here that's demonic, that's evil as well, that want to tear relationships down. I'm not with that. I'm just not. People say what they want to say. I'm not the type of woman that wants to be friends with every female out here running around trying to say hi to everybody. I'm not that person. So when people want to sit up here and make issues out of, this woman saying about that woman and what I need to be doing, what you need to be doing, when y'all leave comments, look, I was so proud of how this channel represented on that last live. And it wasn't even about tearing nobody up. It was just about y'all having an opinion, but you always gonna have them naysayers in there. We don't care on this channel. Say what you gotta say. I'm done with it. But when that stuff becomes personal, I have no problem blocking nobody because I don't know y'all life. You don't know my life. And when that stuff get personal, it's only so much you're gonna be allowed to say. Life goes on. And again, we on this countdown for We Belong Together. So again, I'm celebrating it. Whatever Ashanti, well, actually, I meant to say Clarissa, whatever, because I be talking about her sometimes too. But whatever, even Clarissa and Papoose got going on, however that's working out. Look, they got to figure it out. Papoose got to figure it out. It's not up to me. So when we talk about humility, let me tell y'all one thing. Like when I went to church, I do go to church, y'all. I do go to church. Everybody got to, serve God, the God they serve, however they do it. But thank y'all for these hearts. These, oh shoot, y'all really looking forward to this show. We belong together. Me too. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 100s and the hearts and all that. Thank you so much for that, y'all. That's just that's energizing me right there. Um, let me. Okay, Angela, Angie, let me block somebody right now because oh gosh, I just don't have time. Oh gosh, this stuff gets to be so. Let me back up to read some of these comments. I just happened to see you on tonight. Tasha K was talking trash about them, saying they were broke. I saw that. I saw that with Tasha K, and it's quite obvious. Again, this stuff becomes like weirdly um personal. But I understand some of these YouTubers, they take a stance, they say what they gotta say, but I can't do that. I can't be fake like that. Like, I don't mind calling out that chick. I really don't. That stuff is so fake. It's so many female entrepreneurs out here, but who is going online to talk about their legacy, that they're entrepreneur? What the heck is that? There's a lot of 9 to 5 females out here too that's still building a legacy. What is that? We one member, Pinky. Okay, that's a small member right there. But does this pinky finger make the member of the thumb any less? The members all still need each other. It don't work like that. So when we talk about humility, when we talk about pride, when pride gets in the way, you being boastful, you bigging yourself up to be much bigger than what it really is. Who did that? God did that. Who's the head of your life? I thank God for being the head of my life. I thank God for the testimony. I thank God for the training when I came up as a child. I would be up in church, y'all, at like what 6 years old. Mama having the testimonies prepared as if I was reading from a script. But little did I know, by time I became an adult, and I still had that same testimony. Thanking God who is the head of my life. Thank God for who is in control. Thank God for who is directing your life if you made that decision. Because when times get tough, even in the daylight, even when you think you living your best life, God did that. There is no way we can operate in this world without giving praise and being thankful to the one above. Again, people get so big that they forget that there is an order to life and what we are to be thankful for. Don't ever get beside yourself and think, oh, I have this, I have that. This is the car that I drive. This is how many figures. This is how many figures I'm manifesting. Don't even get caught up in that manifestation stuff, y'all. It's already written. It's already predestined. It's already written. When I talk about the book of life, where it's already been written, of course, adversities are going to come along. How we going to deal with them? We going to keep choosing bad over good? You can't win like that. It's a life that we have, that there are decisions to be made, and we are going to be confronted with good and bad. It was already written. Yeah, Eve just had to take the apple and bite it. Yeah, she just had to take. She just had to be tempted. Adam, he just had to give in. Make your decision. What is best for you? When you decide, when situations do come up, sometimes you can't go to mama, sometimes you can't go to dada, sometimes you can't go to auntie, the grandmother, the other half. Sometimes you just cannot, y'all, because it's only so much talk we can do. Sometimes you got to go to the rock, which cometh your health. Sometimes you got to go to the rock and just lay your burdens down and just put it out there. Lord, I need your help. Waymaker, I need your help. He hears you. He hears your cry. Late in the midnight hour, please believe God's going to turn it around. Humble yourself to the one which cometh your true strength. So when these comments come up, they only come to build you up, to make you stronger. Those of y'all who's on your job right now, those of y'all who got to face your job tomorrow, those of y'all who have some discord going on in your life right now, just know it is being turned around. But you got to talk to God. You got to lay them burdens down. And in the meantime, if those of y'all is questioning, is this the right relationship for me? Should I remain in this marriage? What do I need to do? This is a child of mine that needs some prayer. This is a grandchild. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord. It's great to celebrate with Ashanti and Nelly. Lord knows it is, because we need some good life that's being pushed into the algorithm. That's why I said I am for it. So when somebody says, what about your own life? What about my life? What about your life? What about life? What about life? Where are we trying to go with this? Where are we trying to go with this in life? To continue to just be negative about stuff? Mm-mm. Absolutely not at all. It's more to life like that. We have a current life to live at this very moment, and to live life more abundantly. Again, God does not want to see us angry. God does not want to see us worked up. But God he's an angry God. He's a jealous God when we not doing right. We're going to continue to keep not only ourselves in prayer, but we're going to keep that couple in prayer. We're going to keep that Ashanti, because some of us only have that to look at. It's so many broken homes that exist too. It's so many. And sometimes who that has happened with parents and stuff, They don't even know why the home is broken. They don't even realize what they even let seep in. Again, we speaking against generational curse. We speaking to the bondage of that light skin versus dark skin. If you got long hair, that's straight hair. If you got kinky hair, tightly coiled hair. If your nose is shaped a certain way, if your eyes is shaped a certain way, if you can see good, if you can't see good, what's in the heart, y'all? So when I keep hearing stuff like, she's so beautiful, and what? I see it every time. I could care less how beautiful somebody is. I could care less how handsome somebody is. What's going to get you into the kingdom? So those who speaking like, why is the channel always focused on this one, this one, this one, this one? Open up your mind. Those whose minds are so closed minded, open up your mind and realize that there is an underlining message. There's an underlining moment in everything that we do. And just be aware and keep in mind, if God be for you, who can be against you? And it's so sad, y'all, but we live in a time, we live in a world where we got to keep our eyes open. We got to be alert. We got to be aware who really wants the best for us. Like I said, Ashanti don't keep all these extra women and then some around her. It's a reason for that. Nelly ain't keeping all these extra men and then some around him. It's a reason for that. These are grown women who I got mad respect for. That other one, she's keeping a trail list of different type of women around her who ain't for her. That's honestly benefiting off of her pain, her shame, her regrets, what she didn't do right. But I ain't want to judge. But we all know when we got something in our hearts, when we could have done that differently. God has a way of revealing to us what we could have done differently. It's the reason why he went to the cross. That's our answer right there. There is forgiveness at the cross. But for some reason, we still get things twisted around, including myself. I ain't a perfect person. Do I do things intentionally? Absolutely not. But is there a lesson? Yeah, I just went to we just went, me and my family, we just recently went to visit some family members. And my dad had to sit down with me to tell me, when you tell us something over and over again, we get it. I'm talking about these scams that exist. I'm telling my parents, please be aware when people call your phone, when they acting like they raising money for one thing, when you get in these scam alerts saying that you have a toll to be paid. They're threatening to take your license. It's a lot of scams. It's a lot of deceit out here. But I realize sometimes the roles change. Like the parents become, I ain't going to say the kids because I would never disrespect nobody's parents like that or the elders. But it's a time when the roles do change as far as trying to make your folk aware of certain things that exist. It's a time when we, growing up as the young people that we once were, now we're in that position as adults. We got to have wisdom. Not everybody has wisdom. So again, when I say you can't take relationship advice from everybody, Ashanti, she was on that show today, that Today show. I think that's a show. She was like there supporting her husband, supporting the show. She was there so studious. Nelly took the lead. So when I see these little weird posts on social media talking about how is a man to lead when the woman won't be quiet? Well, sometimes the woman do need to speak up. Sometimes the man has to have that moment to let that woman answer that question. But it's obvious that them two, it's a yin and a yang. It's a balance. What works for them. So can't nobody really judge nobody. But that chick over there, she gotta realize you just wasn't the one, boo. You wasn't the one. And if you move on with your life, folk, if you move on with your life and not stay stagnant, move on with your life. Don't stay stagnant. Don't let these outsiders who really don't have the answers for you, who really don't care. It's only a small circle that I keep, that I let have a window into my life to have an opinion. Not everybody is granted that. Be careful who you let in. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me go through some of these comments because I'm getting worked up. Ashanti has said Nelly, y'all, I need to get me some glasses too, y'all. I ain't got no glasses on right now. Ashanti has said Nelly is a hit. What? Is a leader, okay, and she respects his leadership. That's what I'm saying. It's real simple, y'all. I ain't seen how to keep a man, how to get rid of a man, but I have seen some women give examples on how to definitely get rid of a man, how to definitely turn off a man. Where is the respect level? It's a give and a take in life. And I ain't saying all these men is being respectful, but did they did the work, what they needed to do to come together as one. It's a process. Ain't don't nothing come easy. I don't care how many times we turn on social media and that couple right there look like they're happy. I'm not talking about Ashanti and Nelly. I really truly believe they are. And it works. Matter of fact, Tasha K was saying some stuff about if you can't get through your first year and you already having problems, let me tell y'all, that's one of the trying times. I don't know who gonna keep it real, which you don't have to with me, but them first years, they can be trying because it seemed like everybody wanna be in the mix. You gonna be tested, you gonna be tried. And the only thing, honestly, that's gonna save a situation is making God the head of your relationship. The head. I'm telling y'all, if I ain't said nothing else, I don't know what Nelly and Ashanti practice, what they be talking about behind closed doors. And I'm going to tell y'all, just because a person is not mentioning God, is not mentioning a higher being. I don't believe in higher beings. Like I already know who I serve, but just because some people they separate the two. I don't know that life, but some people actually do separate the two. They talk about what they talk about. Politics, political stuff. Some people separate the two, and I really honestly do believe, even though Nelly performed at that inauguration, one of them, however that works, one of them balls or whatever, dealing with that president or what have you. I do believe it comes a quiet time sometimes, and we have a chance to rethink things. He don't owe me nothing. He don't owe me nothing. That's between him, the guy he served, his wife, his family. That's between them. But everything I have done in life, I ain't gonna say it's been on the up and up. And I've had a moment to have a come to Jesus moment, and I thought, dang, that Lord, have mercy, Jesus, forgive me, Lord. I didn't mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. I did not know that this was gonna come to be the outcome of a circumstance. I did not know. Like truthfully, I don't know. I'm not the author or finisher of my. I don't know. I can't tell you what the next word is about to come out my mouth. He knows, the God I serve. But I don't hold that against Nelly because, I'm seeing marriage isn't for everybody. Okay. Every day isn't going, no, it ain't going to be a honeymoon. It's not. I have been told by people that have been married that marriage takes work, work, work. Amen to that comment. Amen to that comment. That's why I said, anybody want to keep it real, what's been passed down to them, what's been shared with them. So Tasha K, she puts out there that she's married, kids, whatever she got going on in Africa. They over there, this one over there, this one trying to get money. You got kids involved in this, you got relatives involved in this. They see you getting money, getting money, getting money. By the time she probably records and all this stuff, and this family member asking for that. But I'm telling y'all, this stuff will break you down where you will have a coming to Jesus meeting because it's life. You cannot operate in this world and have another thought. I don't remember how many thoughts the average mind has a day. You got men coming up to you. Like those of y'all who are like in a relationship or thinking about getting in a relationship or wasn't, whatever, I don't care. Whatever y'all got going on. I'm just saying it's interesting how you get tested because people gonna come your way. You be thinking it's all good. We good over here. We just had like a lovely meeting, or excuse me, a lovely dinner. We done went out. We done went dancing. We done, gave a few little pecks of love initiations and a little hugging, rubbing on the back. Remember how Nelly was rubbing on that back? They kept playing it on the show, rubbing on that back, y'all. And like that back rub, rubbing on that back. But I'm just saying, like, now here this one come that you ain't heard from in the last 5, 10 years. How you doing? How you been? Your phone number happen to still just be the same. That voice is speaking through. And you like, dang, is that old thing trying to holler back at me? Oh, Lord Jesus. Life works in some mysterious ways. And it could just be at that very moment, too, where you thinking, dang, do I still want to be with this person? Is this the end? Do we need to break up? Life, marriage, relationships of any kind is challenging. It is a give and take. People be falling out just out of nowhere sometimes. It's a decision, but I'm telling y'all, go to that rock. And your questions, what you got in question, what you need to be revealed, those who's trying to go through a job change, trying to think, should I stay in this city? Should I move out this city? Should I move out this state? Do I need to be closer to this family member to be of help? Do I need to be over here trying to be of help to my child? Do I need to be trying to contact my child more because they rebelling and acting like they don't want to take, well, shoot, take, making the calls go to car forwarding or moving a car somewhere? It is a lot to this life. Do I need to remain at this church? Do I need to go to this? Lord Jesus. You getting together, you want friends, you want associates, you come around, you notice that this female is giving your other half the googly eyes. The man ain't seeming like his eyes is focused. Then you come to find out that they want to have like a open type of situation. People are very, very strange what they be into. Strange. Stay prayed up. Remember how Ashanti said she did. Okay, I'm glad to hear that for her husband and baby. And then wait a minute. Her husband and baby and them as a family the most. And I love that. I do too. I'm so glad to hear that. The BM thought she was doing something about putting the child out there cares who cares still didn't prove anything. True. Let me ask y'all a question right quick. Did anybody see that interview today on the Today Show? Okay, go read my previous comment. Okay. Tasha K defending the baby mom. What? Is that the one? Tasha K defending the baby mom, talking about why he ain't claim. Oh Lord, Chase publicly, like he is his other kids. That man don't have to do. He don't, and he don't want to do. We all know he taking care of him. Yeah, we know that. That's true. I'm glad you had me to back up because y'all. Look, I ain't trying to be funny because it ain't like it's that many comments popping up. But y'all, when I get on my little tangents, just back me up. I ain't got no problem with that. Uh, oh, wait a minute. Did he? When Nelly find out the real truth, the reason she wanted that break because she really was with her friend Joy getting men's money, and Diddy was one of the men. I can say more, but Nelly will know the yeah, I've read some comments like that about that Diddy stuff and that Joy chick and her associate, but Y'all, it's a lot of people, women, men out here trying to get money the best that they can, and it was just a mess up. But see, the not the funny thing is, but the, I just feel like when you hit them 30s, them 40s, that stuff ain't hitting like you in your 20s no more. And it's a different game out here. These young chicks and them young 20s out here, they making a name for themselves. It wasn't like that at the time when Chantel came out. Um, and now she's trying to play this little catch up game and trying to promote herself like she just that boss type of chick. Even the boss chick thing era, I don't even know if that's still in. I ain't into that. Like, oh, I'm a boss. I'm just not. Like, you can honestly, I feel like create more problems for yourself trying to claim to be all of that, because you're not always gonna be in that boss chick era mode. That stuff be crumbling sometimes, and you have to actually rely on whatever you did save up or whatever you did plan for a rainy day. But yet you still trying to hang on by these thin threads, trying to promote this falsehood life. Situations, they come and they go, but these rainy days, these men is not out here supporting women like that. I don't even know if they really once was, but I was hearing like, Diddy, he giving you money to start a life. Get your money. Get your money. Start your, if that's what you want to do. But who is out here really spending money like that? I don't even know who's even supporting whatever that brand is. I don't want to say the name because, for what? Y'all know what brand I'm talking about. I don't even know who's really supporting that, because it seems like the people that be leaving them comments, they really just be on, girl, you missed that man. And it's sad. But that's what her channel really evolves on. Like I said, I may talk about them same subjects, but there's so many channels, avenues to open these topics up. Sometimes you got to create an avenue by touching on those subject matters. Let me go back, because I was married 26 years, two grown kids, one grand. My husband went through the midlife crises, and that ended my marriage. I am good and have a peace of mind. I have plenty of family members that have spoken on that, and it's nothing like a peace of mind, y'all. I am so in tune with that to the point where people can sometimes drive situations into a whole nother situation if your mind, if you let your mind go there. I thank God for the women who have found peace of mind, and for the men, because it's it's a messed up situation when your mind is allowed, when you allow your mind to let somebody else think what is best for you. What is this decision that needs to be made for you as an individual? Again, it's such a thing as humility that people need to find, that people need to find, because you can't find it in man. Been there, done that. I've had my nights where I have cried. I couldn't even understand why I was even crying. Like, what is going on? I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on, with that partner at the time who I was dealing with, and I just couldn't seem to figure anything out. When I say everything seemed to be going wrong, everything, I was on my way to just letting everything just crumble, including my credit. And that's the last thing I need to fall apart on me. Not this late in the game. The credit has saved me in so many ways that people would just try to ruin your situation. And I'm looking like, what the heck? I didn't sign up for this. Deuces. Deuces. Can't do it. But that's one of them things. I hope, when them situations have arise before in the past, it ain't even a matter of me even thinking on them to say I wish them well. I wasn't wishing them bad, but I'm just saying it was just time to move on. And that was just a situation that had to just let go, let God. I don't know what they doing now today. It's not my concern. But okay, that was a great interview. Oh my gosh. Hey, music and black love. Hey, Where have you been? You still got your y'all? That's a good channel right there. Music and Black Love. That is a excellent channel. No, that was one of the first channels I was watching when I started even covering Nelly and Ashanti. That's a good channel. It's good to see you. Yeah. Again, shout out to Music and Black You Love, y'all. Check out that channel. But okay, that interview, y'all. Did the inter? How many kids Nelly got, y'all? Because I'm sure the interviewer said Nelly and his four kids. I know his sister that transitioned